Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Lex from CZT Angie Gittles. Now, Angie has so many neat tangles, and a lot of them, actually, one is called Easy Peasy, but a lot of them just super, super easy, very nice, and that's what I was looking for today, and that's what I found. This one though, well, because the time of this recording, it's just before Thanksgiving, so my brain is thinking, ooh, which tangles that would look good festive wise, and this is one of them. All right, so we're gonna do. Oh, maybe I'll do a 9 square. I'll get the outside done first, and then by then I'll have decided. Oh, and why not? Because I think that will look extra neat. And then every once in a while, I just have to practice making a 9 square. Oh, that's sort of even. Okay, this one not so much, but that's why we practice, right? Okay, so whatever your grid is going to be, have that done. Then we're going to put diagonal lines going both directions. And when I'm doing these, this is the I stop at every intersection and kind of readjust so that way I'm going diagonal, diagonal versus making one big swoop. That's what helps with the making it forgiving because well, I'm going to assume. I mean, you'd have to be really good to hand to draw, a nice grid that's absolutely even. And we don't want absolutely even. We don't want absolutely perfect because we want it to look like a human did it, not. Sometimes the more imperfect, the perfect, and we like that. Ooh, and actually, and then what's extra fun? It's kind of like I remember a long time ago. I started challenging myself to always find the silver lining, right? So it's like, well, what can you find that you like about this? And it's like, oh, look it. Well, I've made a nice gradient from small to large. What do you know about that? So there we go. Always got to find something. So then, after you have all this set, then I'm going to say probably from we're going to put crosses in here. So middle of each triangular section, we'll say that. So middle to middle ish, and we're just go one direction first. And this too, if you go middle to middle, and then just being careful to cross the line, or I mean the intersection. This also makes it so that way, you know, it doesn't matter if it's even or uneven. We're just going from the middle to the middle. So then turn your paper, turn your towel, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. On all of them. And this is one too, don't go too fast. That's what I'm on purpose. It's like, okay, find the center. We'll just put the pen, there on purpose, deliberately. Okay, and while that is neat, the last step is to put just a little ball, a little filled in orb on top, on each end. This too can be a course correction. So say you, if you needed to go a little bit, you stopped short or something and you need to add a little length. So then you could start your orb at the end. Or if you went a little bit too long, then you could start the orb and have it come down this way. So it's a nice extra course corrector. Now, if you don't want to do this every time where you're making little circles, if you have a thicker nibbed pen like the 10 or the 12, maybe even the graphic one, you could do. I'm not gonna do it on the front part to mess it up, but you can just put a little dot like that. And then they're consistent. But since I started down this path, I will continue. I mean, it's just a matter of, how big do you want them, and that's where you can have some extra fun. This makes me think of a little bit of the tangle called Ah, which is, basically drawing an asterisk, and I'm trying to think, are the no, the balls aren't on the end; they stand out a little bit, just like a little space. But this is just neat. To me, it makes a nice background. Besides being a nice filler, I don't know. There's just something sort of festive looking. Maybe it's the little balls on the end. I don't know, but it's neat. And then as I was looking at Angie's sample, I'm going to shade it the same way. Oh, it looks like, she did do it. Okay, so in all of the intersections, let's start off though with just the ones not where we put those crosses through, because I'm just curious. Then I can always go back. Yeah. Oops, I didn't put any there. I'll do that one last. I'll have graphite built up. The trick is always on, on the sides where you don't have a full, where you can't do a full circle. It's like, and I don't necessarily want to go over, so I'm kind of doing more of a back and forth-ish, or half moon. That kind of covers it. No, that needs graphite. Oh, I kind of like it just like that. So you could, if you wanted to, do the same thing in, in the intersections that we put the little X's, but I kind of think it's neat to have them stand out a little bit. So I'm going to leave it like that. You could also, put graphite along all of the grid lines, and then they would look like tiles a little bit. Tiles on the tile. But neat. Oh, I see where I missed one. 2. You were probably maybe yelling at the screen. Hey! Also, you could add color if you wanted to. Completely up to you. But I kind of like that. Yeah, there's just something nice and fresh about it. One of those just makes me smile. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, would love to have you click the like button. Feel free to leave comments, share this, and if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you subscribe to the channel. In the description section, you'll find links to the step outs. I always do my own step out, and then I have a link to the originator of the Tangle underneath that, called For More Inspiration, because that's why. A lot of times they will put in a nice sample or two, and it's just nice to see from that person's pen what they do with it. Gives great ideas. And actually, as I'm looking at Angie's, she did do one where she shaded on all sides. That's kind of neat. Below that, as I distract myself, ways to connect with me. So if you like my goofy style, and maybe you've thought about, if you haven't done so already, taking online sessions, classes, I do them almost twice weekly. I have a lot of them that are free. I do have a couple each month that have a fee. I also have a membership club, so if you really, really like it, you can join the Tangle Addicts membership club, and it's basically all access. 1 monthly fee. It's a good deal if you know that you'll at least take one class a month, because there's more than one class a month that I do that is paid. Actually, I have one class that's exclusively for club members, so it's a good deal if you, like I said, if you know that you want to take regular classes, or at least have access to the replays, because I make that all available. All right, so, and that information's on the website. So with that, I forgot to mention, if you happen to be on Facebook, I have a link there for our private group. we'd love to have you join us there as well. Share your work and enjoy everybody else's work and just have a good time. So now, with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.